Hello guys, wherever you are watching. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, NSR Books. Today I want to talk about a crucial aspect of personal finance and wealth, building a debt management. In the book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi shares some key concepts on this topic that I think you'll find incredibly valuable. First, Sethi emphasizes the importance of understanding the different types of debt that individuals may encounter, whether it's credit card debt, student loans, mortgages, auto loans, or personal loans. He goes into detail about the differences in interest rates, terms and implications of each type. Next, the book provides strategies for reducing and eliminating debt effectively. Sethi discusses the debt snowball method, which involves paying off debts with the smallest balances first while making minimum payments on larger debts. This approach creates a sense of accomplishment and motivation as you see your debts being paid off progressively. Sethi also introduces the debt avalanche method, where you prioritize debts with the highest interest rates first. By doing this, you can minimize overall interest payments and potentially repay your debts faster, while also lowering your total interest costs compared to the debt snowball method. Budgeting plays a crucial role in debt repayment, and the book covers various techniques to allocate funds towards debt payment. Sethi advises creating a realistic budget that prioritizes debt payments while still addressing essential expenses, savings goals, and discretionary spending. Negotiating with creditors is another important aspect of debt management. Sethi provides strategies for negotiating lower interest rates, payment plans, or even settling debts for less than the full amount owed. He shares tips on effective communication with creditors and how to seek favorable terms to expedite debt repayment. While managing debt, the book emphasizes the importance of building an emergency fund. Sethi advises setting aside savings equal to several months' worth of living expenses. This way, you can cover unexpected financial setbacks without relying on additional debt. Your credit score is also affected by how you manage your debt. Sethi addresses this topic by advising timely debt payments, avoiding excessive debt utilization, and regularly monitoring your credit reports to address inaccuracies and improve your credit health. Lastly, Sethi provides long-term strategies for maintaining a debt-free status and avoiding future debt traps. He discusses responsible credit card use, strategic borrowing for assets like homes or education, and cultivating healthy financial habits to stay debt-free over time. So there you have it. These are some valuable insights on debt management from I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I hope you found this information helpful and can implement these strategies to improve your financial situation. Stay tuned for more valuable content on personal finance and wealth building on NSR Books. Thanks for watching. Are you drowning in debt? Don't worry. Sethi has got you covered. In his book, he breaks down the different types of debt you may encounter, from credit card debt to personal loans and mortgages. Each type comes with its own terms, interest rates, and repayment requirements. Speaking of interest rates, Sethi explains how they can vary widely depending on the type of debt and your creditworthiness. High-interest debt, like credit card debt, can quickly pile up and become a financial burden.
It's crucial to understand
The impact of interest rates on your debt management. Debt terms are another crucial aspect of effective debt management that Sethi covers. Repayment schedules, minimum payments, late fees,
and penalties are all
part of the equation. And yes, defaulting on debt obligations can have serious consequences.
knowledge is power when it comes to debt terms.
Let's talk about credit scores. Debt can have a significant impact on your credit score and creditworthiness. Sethi explains how factors like debt utilization, payment history, credit mix, and length of credit history play a role in determining your credit score. So managing debt responsibly can actually improve your credit score over time. Now let's dive into the concept of good debt versus bad debt. Investments in education, real estate, or business. Ventures with potential, returns are considered good debt. On the other hand, high interest, consumer debt used for non-essential purchases falls into the realm of bad debt. It's important to assess the nature of your debt. But how do you tackle your debts? Sethi introduces two powerful methods, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The debt snowball method focuses on paying off debts with the smallest balances first, creating a sense of accomplishment and motivation. The debt avalanche method, on the other hand, prioritizes high-interest debts to minimize overall interest payments and pay off debts more efficiently. Creating a budget tailored specifically for debt repayment is essential. According to Sethi, he advises readers to allocate a portion of their income towards debt payments while still covering essential expenses, savings goals, and discretionary spending. It's all about finding the balance. If possible, Sethi encourages individuals to increase their debt payments. By allocating additional funds towards debt repayment, you can speed up the payoff process and reduce the total interest paid over time. Every little bit counts when it comes to getting out of debt. Lastly, Sethi unveils strategies for negotiating lower interest rates with creditors. By directly contacting your creditors, explaining your financial situation, and requesting lower interest rates or more favorable repayment terms, you can potentially reduce the overall burden of your debt. So if you're ready to take control of your debt, Sethi's book is the perfect guide. Understanding the different types of debt, managing interest rates, deciphering debt terms, and using strategies like the debt snowball or debt avalanche can help you pave the way to a debt-free future. Start your journey to financial freedom today. Are you overwhelmed by debt? The first step in getting your finances back on track is to identify your high-interest debts. Focus on debts with the highest interest rates, such as credit card balances or loans with variable interest rates. Once you know which debts are costing you the most in interest, it's time to create a debt repayment plan. Make sure to allocate a portion of your budget specifically for debt repayment and prioritize paying off those high-interest debts first. Look for ways to increase your debt repayment budget, such as cutting expenses or increasing your income. Set up automatic payments for minimum payments on all debts to avoid late fees, and consider negotiating with creditors to lower your interest rates. By assessing your current financial situation and creating a realistic budget, you can differentiate between essential needs and discretionary wants and set specific debt repayment goals. Finally, look for opportunities to increase your debt repayment budget by allocating any extra funds, such as bonuses or tax refunds, toward debt repayment. With a clear plan and dedication, you can take control of your debt and work towards financial freedom. Understanding your financial situation is crucial. Before negotiating with creditors, make sure you know the total amount of debt owed, interest rates, payment history, and your ability to make repayments. Take the initiative to contact your creditors and discuss potential options for repayment. This demonstrates responsibility and can lead to more favorable outcomes. When negotiating with creditors, be honest about any financial hardships you're facing, such as job loss or unexpected emergencies. Request lower interest rates, especially for high-interest debts like credit cards, to make repayment more manageable. If making full payments is challenging, negotiate alternative payment plans with your creditors. An emergency fund is essential to cover unexpected expenses like medical emergencies or job loss. Aim to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses as a cushion. Calculate your monthly living expenses and start saving gradually by automating transfers to your emergency savings account. This will ensure that your savings are prioritized and consistent without needing manual effort. Prioritize building your emergency fund to protect against unforeseen events and financial emergencies. In this segment, Sethi explains the concept of credit scores, which are numerical representations of an individual's creditworthiness based on their credit history. Credit scores typically range from 300 to 850, with higher scores indicating better creditworthiness. Sethi discusses the factors that impact credit scores, including payment history, timely payments of bills and debts, credit utilization, amount of credit used compared to credit limits, length of credit history, types of credit accounts, and new credit inquiries. Sethi advises readers to regularly monitor their credit reports from major credit bureaus, such as Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, to check for inaccuracies, errors, or fraudulent activity. Monitoring credit reports helps ensure the accuracy of credit information used to calculate credit scores. Sethi also provides strategies for improving credit scores, such as making timely payments on bills and debts, keeping credit card balances low relative to credit limits, maintaining a diverse mix of credit accounts, e.g., credit cards, loans, avoiding excessive new credit applications, and addressing any negative items on credit reports. Sethi emphasizes the importance of maintaining a low credit utilization ratio, which is the percentage of available credit that you use. Keeping credit card balances below 30% of credit limits is generally recommended to optimize credit scores. Finally, Sethi advises responsible credit card use, including paying off balances in full each month, avoiding maxing out credit cards, and using credit cards as a tool for convenience and building credit, not for excessive debt accumulation. If individuals have negative items on their credit reports, such as late payments or collection accounts, Sethi discusses strategies for addressing these issues, such as negotiating payment arrangements, disputing inaccuracies, or seeking professional credit repair assistance. Sethi encourages readers to maintain good credit habits over time, such as regular credit monitoring, responsible debt management, timely bill payments, and avoiding behaviors that could negatively impact credit scores. Are you struggling with debt? Don't worry, I'm here to help. Let's talk about two popular debt repayment methods: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. With the debt snowball method, you focus on paying off debts with the smallest balances first while making minimum payments on larger debts. This approach creates a sense of accomplishment and motivation as you see your debts gradually disappearing. It's all about building momentum in debt reduction. On the other hand, the debt avalanche approach prioritizes debts with the highest interest rates. By aggressively tackling high-interest debts, you can minimize overall interest payments and pay off your debts more efficiently compared to the debt snowball method. Now that you understand these two strategies, it's time to create your own debt repayment plan. Consider your financial capacity and goals and set specific targets for paying off each debt. You can choose to implement the debt snowball method, the debt avalanche method, or a combination of both based on your circumstances. As your financial situation improves, look for opportunities to increase your debt payments. Allocate windfalls like bonuses, tax refunds, or additional income towards debt repayment. This will accelerate the payoff process and reduce overall interest costs. To stay on track, it's essential to create a budget specifically tailored for debt repayment. Allocate a portion of your income towards debt payments while ensuring you cover essential expenses and savings goals within your budget. Consider negotiating with creditors to lower interest rates on high-interest debts. Reach out to them directly, explain your financial situation, and request lower rates or more favorable repayment terms. This can substantially Reduce the overall cost of your debts. While focusing on long-term debt strategies, it's crucial to avoid taking on new debt or using credit cards for non-essential purchases. Stay disciplined with your budget and spending habits to prevent further accumulation of debt and maintain progress in debt reduction. Monitor your progress regularly and adjust your strategy as needed based on changes in income, expenses, or financial goals. Celebrate milestones and achievements along the way to stay motivated and committed to long-term debt freedom. Remember, you have the power to take control of your debt. By implementing these strategies and staying committed to your plan, you can achieve financial freedom and peace of mind.